Okay, so it looks like a somewhat decent fit here. We're just going to tape up the front and back. This probably can come up a bit. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we gotta flip the cummerbund.
The cummerbund's going to be up, right? So it's going to sit somewhere like so.
Right, so we're just fitting the armor. Is what it's
Yeah, we're just making sure, just double checking the size. So the cummerbund, yeah, it's going to come up a bit because we haven't put the suspenders on yet,
Right.
but it's going to be about 3/4 or half an inch gap kind of between the front and the back. So on smaller troopers, these would overlap, and then you would, wherever it overlaps, you kind of split the difference down the middle and cut it. But we don't have to do that.
Well, I'm not a small trooper.
Because you got the muscles.
Thanks. God bless you.
And so we are going to draw some pencil lines of where to trim along the bottom. And the back doesn't need much trimming, so there's not that much work on the chest and back. It's good, yeah. But it's sticking out a little bit right now.
Yeah.
It's going to get strapped together, right?
I'm feeling it poking in my back, like right there. Does that make a difference?
We'll round off those corners. We can trim a little bit there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome.
I'm just cutting. I'm finding that it's kind of difficult to.
Oh, you figured out those are relief cuts.
Relief cuts.
Yes.
What are the odds on me cutting myself today? Pretty high. The way I'm holding this.
Your chances of cutting your fingers are almost 1 to 1.
I was expecting maybe the
No,
field.
not 720 to 1. Pretty much 1 to 1.
Sorry.
So what I usually do is I try not to blow that stuff around because it is ABS dust. And what I do is I leave it and then I use the shop vac to like suck it up. So yeah, just saying.
So my injuries are going to be internal, is what you're saying.
Well,
the blood.
To give you perspective, I've been to
the stool. You never know.
I've been in the hospital twice for asthma from shop related things.
Really?
Yep. And I'm Mr. Mask guy and respirator and all that, right? So just sawdust, and it's not dangerous lethal, but it is hazardous, right? Like anytime, even sawdust, right, is bad for you. So especially when you're working with adhesives.
Tip.
Yeah.
Panda pro tip. Right there. Stamp it. Boom. So we're just extending the little what do you call it? The
tab holes.
Tab holes, I guess. Yeah, because it was like what, like a 1/5 of an inch out or something like that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be 1.5 inches, and they're just a little bit short. So
it is easier to push than it is to pull.
Stay on target.
Look at that.
Stay on target.
It's not like womping. It's not like shooting womp rats, eh? Oh.
It's okay. Use your sandpaper to clean
Terry's going to be angry about that one. Are you clenching by looking at this?
I'm inner sighing.
So obviously the first time wasn't great, so we're going to Dremel it. I'm just assuming I'm just cleaning it up.
Clean it up, yeah.
Wow.
It's good.
Powerful. It's powerful. I didn't realize.
So a better way to hold it is to hold it like a pencil.
Oh, thank you. That's a good idea.
That's why there's those scalloped. No, wait, stop. So there's those scalloped. Yeah, way down. Walk your fingers down. There. See?
Okay.
Yeah. And you can put it on the edge of the table if you want. You don't need to dig into it anymore, right? Just, yep, perfect.
Oh, this is a lot easier.
Stop in time. Yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, can't make
this is the shoulder piece, right? The trick you were showing me was, well, since these are all just, I'm trying to explain how you explain it to me. Since they're all just vacuum cut and ready to go, they don't shape it. So our job is to shape it and slim it down, because there's little bumps and grooves in there. So one thing you told me about shaping the edges here is use a bottle, a pill bottle. This is your Viagra bottle, I'm assuming. And you just kind of create a little rounded edge for it, and it just kind of fits and makes it nice and round. And so just, oops, that was off. Sorry, try again. It makes a nice little curve so that I can cut it out later, and it rounds off the edges, and it looks super nice. I can just visualize it right now how smooth it would be.
Well, that's what they were in the originals, right? So we're trying to replicate that as closely as possible. Yeah.
And then there you go. Awesome. So then I'll cut that later.
Cool.
So this is the holster for the leg. So it just fits down there. I got very thick calves, muscular calves. But you're just saying just round the edges here, just make them smooth and not pokey.
You could probably round them out a little bit more than that. Yeah.
So,
so if you take a look at the original reference pictures, they rounded them a bit, and then there was a 1/8 inch rivet on each corner, riveting it to the side of the shaft of the boot, which we're going to have to make.
Which we'll tackle another time. But that's pretty good. And I know I've got the blaster coming soon, and so. Go right in there, but I'm looking forward to doing those boots. Those look very complicated, but still a nice little challenge.
And we could do that thing with the blaster, I think with the one that you're getting, if it's got a separate trigger guard on it, we can actually remove that and make a steel one, and then install rare earth magnets inside this holster, and it'll actually click in.
The blaster does have magnets.
It's already got them in? Perfect.
Yeah. This is for just attach on
the inside, so it doesn't pull out.
Okay, so it's
it's an extra reinforcement on the inside of the vinyl.
Okay. And will it be attached somehow?
Remember the rivets that I mentioned on each corner? It's going to go all the way through.
Gotcha. Awesome. So if we take a look at what we've got here, what we've been doing is we've been going through all the pieces of the armor that we got, and we're going bit by bit and figuring out, okay, what should we round, what should we sand. Some needed a little bit of trimming, so we had some of the extra stuff on the cut. So we have this extra lip. I don't know if you can kind of see that. We have this extra lip happening here. So we decided, well, we got to cut that off and just clean it up a bit. Some needed very little work. They just needed to round the edge. And then some, just like the chest, needed a lot of work and just to Dremel the holes here. But we just went, holy moly. That almost needed more work than it needed. So, this is going to be a big piece. This is my biggest concern here, because one of the things you can tell, and I'm just reiterating what Terry told me, you can see that it kind of raises up there, and so we want to kind of round it a little bit and just have it a little more form-fitting, if I understand that correctly, right?
Yep.
So it looks fantastic down there, but here we have to just round it a bit, and I think that will take a little bit of time and a little bit of work.
Yeah, you trim it and then sand and trim and sand. Just keep bringing it down until it contacts it nicely.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this, and then eventually that piece down here will rivet, if I understand it, will rivet onto here, and there's a black piece that goes on
That's
top.
right. They're called the tank topper.
The tank topper?
Yep.
Okay. But this is like, just looking at it and holding it, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I don't want to weather it. I know you suggested weather it. I like it nice and clean.
You know what? Trooping it the way it is, and I bet you a month down the road, you'll be like, yeah, I think I want to weather it now. You kind of always want to, like, everyone sort of goes through that phase of, like, it's the honeymoon phase, right? You just walked off the Death Star factory floor, and then later you're like, but in these photos, he's got this blaster mark here, and I want to replicate that, and so...
Don't want to be as shiny.
Yeah, people always catch that bug.
For the rest of the box here, we've got the stuff that you also gave us with thermal detonator stuff. I think the tank topper's in there too. Yeah. That looks like the tank topper. And it's just the belt. We haven't really talked about the belt yet.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
We're running out of time, but and then obviously straps. And as I showed earlier in the live video, there is a checklist that came with it and a little to-do list. But as great as this is, I think you're on is it Pathfinders?
Yeah, bikerscout.net, yes.
Bikerscout.net, yes. You have a how-to and a guide that was really informative as well. It's not downgrading this at all. This is very helpful. But the one you have on bikerscout.net is very detailed. So if you haven't logged on or made a account for yourself on bikerscout.net, check it out. Is it still Panda Props, or is it
no, I'm Panda Trooper on the forums. Yeah,
Panda Trooper on the forums, and there's some great guidelines on how to do this. And
what we'll do is maybe we'll put the link in the show notes.
Link's totally going in there. But it's extremely useful for people who are putting together their Scout Trooper armor. All right, so let's get on to their stuff, and we're almost out of here. This is the belt. I want to show you the belt here, but V for victory. There we go. That's the way I'm going to remember it. Or it looks like a Y, like, why did I get myself into this? But this is the belt. It's one piece. You've seen it in the past. It has been 3 pieces, but this is really nice. Some of the things I've been doing, I've been marking, because I don't know which way is up on a lot of these armors. So while I got Terry here, he's going to tell me which direction. Yeah, there are guidelines and photos, but I got the guy right here right now. So go like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Actually,
my cummerbund's fallen over time here.
The belt basically goes all the way down to that intersection between the so you got to hike.
It will hike up a bit.
Yeah, so it goes there, and then there's you just show the side a bit. There's going to be a 2-inch wide nylon strap that goes all the way around. That's essentially the belt. It just closes with Velcro. Yeah. It's riveted on the side. And then coming out here on these slots is going to be white webbing that attaches the drop boxes or the hip boxes to.
Which we have to Dremel and hold.
Yeah, we'll cut some slots out. So they go kind of like there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the hips don't lie.
That strap goes there, and then there's one that goes to the back of the belt, and
it's weird how it actually form fits quite well here. And then I've got wide hips. All right, I got good birthing hips, but this is actually feeling pretty good here. So, yay! Look at that, awesome! I'm just like giddy. I'm jumping up and down like a schoolgirl. This is awesome. So that's a lot. This. We were just talking about this off air, but this isn't so bad. We've got a lot done already that I can take home and just start working on my own, and I'll probably make a video or something like that of that. But this was overwhelming, but not so much anymore. I got a lot of stuff that I can totally handle here. Maybe it's the calm before the storm, but this is really good. I'm really excited about this. What do you think?
It's been great. Yeah. We've got a lot of good progress today. I think
in very little time too, because when we did our boots, we were like 5 hours.
Well, and we kind of it was sort of
a lot of teaching me moments as well. I was dragging it down.
And sewing takes a lot more time than just busting out some sandpaper.
And teaching a guy how to sew takes a lot of time too. But a lot of this stuff this went really quick. We've only been here like maybe 3 hours ish. So and again, with the delay of videotaping and editing and stuff like that, this doesn't take a lot of time. I think you can probably get it done maybe 2 hours if you really knew what you're doing and focused. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is awesome.
Yeah, an evening, couple evenings, and with some sandpaper and some scissors, and you'd have all the parts prepped and get them ready for strapping.
Yep. All right, we're almost done. All right, cool. This thing just shake. Oh.
You broke Totoro cat.
No, I didn't. Did I?
You broke the Totoro cat.
Did I?
Sorry.
No, it's not okay. I broke Totoro cat. Just broke Totoro cat.
Inner sigh. It's okay.
No, come on, come to life. Breathe.
Here, you get one of these.
I deserve to be shot like Frito. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I really am.
It's okay.
You've been through so much with us.
It's a pin cushion for a reason.
I know, but I feel horrible.
It's okay.
I will remember.
Is that,
I
is
feel
that
absolutely horrible for breaking that.
Sarah McLachlan, SPCA?
Oh, she's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan's going to kill me. Euthanasia of a Totoro again. Okay.
Scaling back on
yeah,
track.
sorry. I just I can't do it. I don't. I'm honestly really feeling bad about that.
That's okay.
So let's wrap it up. A very successful night. I thought I'm still wearing. I'm still wearing
It's so comfy.
the judo gi, or what do you call this?
I don't know.
I thought it was a gi, but I don't think it is. Anyways, I'm still wearing the cover button, and if I'm feeling very comfortable, I know it's good. So although just a pull. So we got this done. We sewed. If you look at my crotch, we sewed the cod piece on there with the plastic inside. All right, and I just realized that's good for kids because they're gonna they're gonna try and
Pop,
it.
probably.
You're a bad guy. And this is great. I got this sewed. We were able to figure out the straps, and most of all, we were able to figure out all the armor from the box, the chest plate, and my job next is to sand and round and
That's right.
cut if I have to. There's a little cutting there. I'm going to have to get a couple of those. I'm going to get a pair of those scissors.
Yeah, you can borrow a set that I've got here.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Other than that, what's next?
We didn't quite get to the template of the top of the boots.
Yeah,
So we'll do that on the next episode. And
We got to work tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So.
And that's a school night. And then next time, we haven't addressed drilling some of the holes and cutting slots in a couple of the armor pieces. So some of them don't come with the slots pre-cut.
Right.
So we have to do that, but then that'll lead into the next part, which is doing all the elastic and strapping and webbing and stuff like that. So that'll be a big endeavor. But once that part's done, like you'll be able to put it on.
Yeah.
Like this is like 3/4 of your costume.
Yes,
like
it
you got
is.
some soft parts. You got your undersuit. You got the armor. You can actually put it on. You know, it's 70% there.
And I was told my helmet's scheduled for, it's going to be shipped later this week, and hopefully by the next time we record, it actually might be in my hands. But we're not going to do that yet. There's a lot of work in that. That's the last finishing touch. But I am probably going to do a video showing you that I have it, so I'm not going to deny. So,
Cool.
But we won't touch that yet. So next boots, rivet, all this sort of stuff. Strapping, a lot of stuff. But I hope you guys learned something off of this. I know I'm like learning a ton right now. I have a very good teacher, extremely good teacher. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate it. Other than that, if you got a question for the Panda Trooper, Terry Chu, seriously, he's your source. Ask him. Panda Props. He's got a web page. You got a web page and the.
Yeah, still working on the website, but my YouTube channel's up. So
YouTube channel's got lots of great stuff. I know that Ash from Skyhopper's podcast has used your website or used your YouTube before we even met. Yeah,
nice.
so she was really excited to know that we were working together.
Cool.
But there's a lot of great stuff, and it's not just Scout Trooper. It's
lots of different costumes and prop tips and weathering and painting and all that kind of good stuff. So check it out. Just look up Panda Props and Costumes on YouTube.
So if you have any questions, you can always find us on Outer Rim Rookie on Facebook, the Generation X-Wing podcast as well at generationxwing.com. Find Terry at Panda Props on YouTube. Website should be coming up soon as well. Ask us a question, contact us at generationxwingpodcast@gmail.com, or just go to the website. It's again the Facebook website. Ask Panda a question. We joke about he's like the Don Cherry of costume designing, but knowledgeable. Ha ha. So other than that, that was my dig on Don Cherry. Thank you very much. Get there. The Americans maybe not get this joke. Awesome.
Thanks.
So other than that, we will see you later, and thanks for listening. And remember, armor is built on hope.
Costumes are built on hope.
And remember, costumes is built on hope. Bye.
The most and it hits rough. Organized rhymes here to start it up. You got some trouble with your mouth, you better shut it up. Think twice before you act and try to tackle the funky stuff. I take your suckers out like meat on a shish kebab. And you don't know it, but your girl's doing kiss and rob. And you're the one who wants the corn, but you miss the cop. So here's a bit of something new. Give me a toot and salute, and I'll give you my boots. Where you need it while I'm playing the thespian. I got a ride and you're just a pedestrian. I grab a horse and I jump like equestrian. I talk smooth like Lando Calrissian. Deal with the leader of the convoy. Make some noise for the boys as we rip loins. Move your joints in motion if you can keep up. If you can't